Good morning. Well, it's an unusual video today. We're going to do an unboxing, and that's not something that I typically do on this channel, but who knows, maybe we should do more. I do get new stuff in from time to time to include in the gear that rides along with me in joy, and maybe at the very least what I should do is have a video about gear on board, and that might help those of you who are thinking about this lifestyle, or maybe are already in this lifestyle and just are interested in some other perspectives on what other people are doing. But it's a very hot day today. It hasn't quite gotten there yet. I think we're somewhere in the vicinity of 10 a.m.-ish, and we have a heat advisory starting at around 11 that goes until 8 at night. You may recall hearing about the heat dome that's over the United States. Well, I'm up in Wisconsin right now. I'm at my Sticks and Bricks and just hanging out here before departing for the New England states, where I'll be looking for peak color there. But again, and that ties in with what we're doing today, and that is an unboxing. So what is it that we're unboxing? Of course, you already know that. You looked at the title of the video. It is a DJI Osmo Action 4. And this will not necessarily replace, but it will provide an additional action camera that I can use in addition to the GoPro Hero 11 Black Creators Edition that I already have. And that gives me quite a bit of problem, frankly, with freezing, just locking up and making me pull the battery in order to hard reboot it, and the overheating issues with it. Of course, I don't do it any favors by having it clipped to my dash and having the sunlight come in and hit it while I'm trying to record drive time videos, whatever. But I'm understanding that this particular camera is going to solve a lot of those issues. The battery life will be a little bit better. There's no lockup issues with the software, and no overheating issues. So I'm really excited to see how that all plays out. So this is the Adventure Combo edition of the DJI Osmo Action 4, which comes with an extension rod. I should use my other camera to show this to you. Which comes with an extension rod, 3 batteries. One battery actually just comes with the camera regardless of what package you get it with. Again, this is the Adventure Combo, but there are other combos for surfing and I don't know, all sorts of different things. Underwater use, that kind of thing. So it would always come with one battery anyway, but this has 2 additional batteries and a battery case to help with always making sure that you have a fully charged battery on hand. The extension rod is really just, I guess, another name for a selfie stick, but this has a cool trick with it in that you can make it invisible through software. I guess you have to upload your video to the cloud and let DJI's software eliminate it, but that's pretty cool. And apparently it works pretty well. So let's go ahead and open this up. I've looked at the shrink wrap on this box and find that it is very well shrink wrapped, to the extent that I don't think that I'm going to be able to save the shrink wrap. Sometimes I try to, save the shrink wrap. Why, I don't know. Not going to worry about it. Instead, we're just going to give it a jab, get under the plastic, rah! Shout out to Flossie Carter. And take off the plastic. I probably should take a look also at the features on the back, so let's take a look at that. So the Osmo Action 4 has a 1/1.3 inch sensor that's slightly larger than the Action 3 had, and that is going to improve low light performance for this camera. So that will be fun. Looking forward to night action. I don't typically do a whole lot of that, but that should be fun. This does have 10-bit video, so if you're into color grading and have the software to do so, that would work really well. It has a freeze-resistant battery, so I guess you can get really cold with this thing and it'll still work just fine. People have put the camera in their freezer in a glass of water and just let that all freeze and it still works fine. So I'm not going to go there, but all right. It has 4K 120 as the, I guess, the maximum resolution and frame rate, and 155-degree field of view, which I think is a little bit wider than the GoPro Hero 11. Quick release and native vertical video. So that really speaks to the magnetic capture system it has for its for use with accessories like the selfie stick. It has a 360-degree horizon steady mode, and the GoPro has something very similar, and that is so that regardless of how I move the camera, the horizon will always stay level, which is a really cool feature. I really like that a lot. It is waterproof to 18 meters, a little bit deeper than I guess the Osmo Action 3. So we can go underwater with it. Again, I don't know how much I'll ever do of that. And dual touchscreens. The Hero 11 has a touchscreen on the rear, but the front touchscreen, or the front screen is not a touchscreen, but on the Osmo Action 4, both screens are touchscreens. So that's really cool. And that is the feature lineup for this. Let's get into the box and see what's going on. Okay, it's got a little green tear strip on it, so I'll just tear that off and stick that to the chair over here, or not. And let's open up the box. All right, there we go. Osmo Action 4 and an accessories box. So here's the camera itself. Here are most of the accessories, but deep inside the box we'll find the selfie stick that also has that magic power of being able to be erased from the video as long as you send the video to DJI for processing. So we'll untape the protective sleeve and pull it out. Oh, that feels really nice. It's got a rubberized grip and it does extend. Extends for quite a ways. That's really, really long. Good grief. That's really, really long. I find it kind of fascinating that the mounting method that was made popular by GoPro with their Hero line of cameras is almost ubiquitous for action cameras. So although the Action 4 has a magnetic clamp to attach the camera to the selfie stick or to other accessories, it still uses the GoPro-like mounting method to attach those magnetic mounts. So interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the camera itself, right? Because that's what we really want to see. Okay, looks like a couple of things in this box. First is the camera itself. I'll get that out of its protective sleeve in a moment. Put that box aside, and here we have the cage that comes with the Action combo, and it may also come with the regular edition of the camera. I'm not really sure, probably does. There you go. So let's get the camera out of its sleeve. They really tape these things together really well. And there we go. The DJI Action 4, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have the cage, which is stuffed with other accessories. So we'll slip this out, and then pull all the other goodies out from inside the cage. And that's the magnetic mount. It was sort of, felt like it was, yeah, it magnets to that. Okay, so I'll open this up then, because this is going to be pretty important and critical right away. I can find the edge. There it is. Okay, so this is the magnetic mount for the camera. So the magnetic mount can attach to the selfie stick, which I've put over there on the chair, and it just clips to the bottom or to the edge if you want to create a vertical video. I'm not sure that this will have much application for me. It is a adhesive mount for the camera that has a curved surface so that you can attach it to like a bike helmet. And again, because I don't really have a bike helmet or a curved surface that I would attach this to, I probably won't be using that much. My apologies if you can hear the lawn crews blower that they're using to clear the sidewalk across the street over there. They chose this morning to come and roll up and do their work for the condos across the street. Perfect timing, right? Okay, and then in this little protective sleeve are a couple of screw fasteners for the GoPro like mount. So in other words, they go in here, and then you can tighten that down with the camera on it with the magnetic mount on it. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to slip that into the slots and then screw that in, and then there we go. And you can loosen it if you need to rotate, tighten it down if you need to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Looks like there's an additional sleeve on here. Rinse with clean water to remove sand after underwater usage. Do not use the extension rod during thunderstorms to avoid lightning strikes. Yeah, it's so long it'd be like a lightning rod, right? And then it has that same information in Japanese or Chinese, I'm not sure what. Anyway, I'll take that off. And now it says DJI Action. Okay, so only need one of those for now, and that's that. Okay, and then the other accessory pack has some poison for the trolls. Again, shout out to Flossie Carter. We get a USB-C to USB-C data and charging cable. And we get another magnetic mount. That's awesome. So 2 magnetic mounts. And quite a pile of sleeves over there. Okay. A bunch of documentation. There is a quick start guide, which I will definitely be taking a look at. My understanding is that you do have to load an app onto your phone and then connect the phone app to the camera in order to complete the registration of the device and also to get any firmware updates that may be available for the camera coming right out of the gate, as is almost always the case. This is, I don't know, just some sort of it's in so many different language, products and consumer law. Okay, not too worried about that. Oh, here's something that's cool. Get a couple of DJI stickers. I don't know if you can read DJI through the paper there, but if you want to sticker yourself up somewhere, you definitely can do that. And also the safety guidelines. So the safety guidelines and the other information I'm just going to ignore. And then here's the battery case. So we'll open this up and get it out of its sleeve. And there is the battery case. So there's the battery case, a little bit of a close-up. DJI branding across the top. Individual LEDs for each battery to show the state of charge. I'll go ahead and, well, when I pressed it, the lights turn on. They're all orange or amber, so I assume that means that we're in a not quite full state of charge. I would imagine they're green when they're fully charged. The lid of the case here does have storage for your micro SD cards if you have multiple cards that you roam around with. And this can be used as a power bank. Just plug in a USB-C to USB-C cable here, like that came with the whole combo, and you could charge your phone. Okay, that almost completes the unboxing of all the components that came with the camera, with maybe one exception, and that is this thing that everybody doesn't seem to understand what it's for. And I'm not going to pretend that I understand it either. My understanding is that once you have removed the protective cover from the lens, you can unscrew this lens. It's on there very tight. It is unscrewing though. And I'm actually not going to take it off. I'm just going to put it, just going to screw it back on. But this is it's not just a lens cover, but it's an interesting thing in that, yeah, see, I don't get that. So there's like, these have holes in them. And this too has a hole in it. What does it say on this? It says the camera is not waterproof when used with Osmo Action lens hood. So I guess this is the lens hood, but I don't know how these fit in with that. They don't seem to fit that opening, so yeah, I think a lot of people are saying in the, oh, and something just fell off of this. It does feel adhesive, so I'm going to stick it back on here. Again, I don't know what that is even for, so if you know, you can leave a comment in the show notes and let me know. Again, everybody seems to be a little clueless as to exactly what that is and how it works. I'm sure the one thing that I have heard is that if you remove the lens cover here, basically you're exposing the naked sensor to the air, and that's why it is no longer waterproof. But it apparently does allow for better nighttime photography. It's better for low light photography if you have that off, so I'll just need to read up on that and find out exactly how that all works. Okay, next up will be some actual footage from the camera. I'll have to let the batteries charge fully, and then we'll take it out for a quick stroll, maybe in the Conservancy, to try to get a feel for the kind of quality we're going to be getting from this camera over the GoPro Hero 11. One thing that we do know is that it apparently will not overheat, and it has a little bit longer battery life. Probably won't freeze up on me either. Okay, that's it for this part. We'll talk to you in the next part.